Okay, so first of all, we want each of these dates to repeat for the number of deaths that occurred on each day. And in order to do that, we first need to work out what the starting position will be for each of these dates. So for the first date here, that will start in position 1, and then we will take that position and add on the number of times that we want for that date to appear. And so in this case, the 3rd of March will be in position 2. And we need for that to repeat 2 times. And so I will do 2 plus 2, and that will get me the number 4, as the 3rd of March will take up positions 2 and 3. Then the 4th of March will start in position 4, or at least it would do. However, the 4th of March has 0 deaths. So it will actually be the 5th of March that will start in position 4. And that needs to repeat 3 times and will take up positions 4, 5 and 6. And so 4 plus 3 equals 7. And so the 6th of March will start in position 7. And I will double click to send this formula down the rest of the table. And I actually need to drag it down one cell further here, as this number here is where the 7th of April will start, but we also need to know the position that it will end in. And we'll make a note of this number here, so this is 10,565. So we now need to create a series of numbers that starts at 1 and goes down to 10,565. So I'll type the number 1 in here and then select this cell, and then go to Fill and Fill Series. And we will fill these series in this column. The step value will be 1, so it will increase by 1 each time. And then the stop value will be 10,565, and OK. And now we have a series of numbers going from 1 to 10,565. Now we've got this column set up, we can use it with a VLOOKUP formula to get the dates to repeat. So the lookup value will be this value here, and then the table array will be this table. And we need to press F4 to put the $signs around this cell reference to make it an absolute cell reference so that it doesn't change when I drag the formula down. Then the column index number will be the number 2, as I want it to show me the results from this column here. Then the range lookup will be true for an approximate match. And then close brackets and enter. And the date formatting isn't applied yet, so I will copy the formatting from this cell into this column. And so in this case, it's looking for the number 1 in this table, and then it's giving me the results from the second column. So I get the 2nd of March here. Then I'll double click to send this formula down. And in the next row, it's looking for the number 2. And so it finds the number 2 here, and then the date that I get is the 3rd of March. Then in the next row, it tries to find the number 3. However, the number 3 isn't present in this table. And so it will find the closest value, which is lower than 3, which in this case is 2. And that is how the approximate match works in the VLOOKUP formula. And so I end up with the 3rd of March repeated a second time. Then it will find the number 4 in this table, and it will find the number 4 which is lowest in the table. And so the date that I get is the 5th of March. And then there were 3 deaths on the 5th of March, and so I need for the 5th of March to repeat 3 times. And then for the 6th and the 7th of March, there were 0 deaths. And so those dates are skipped in this table, and it goes straight to the 8th of March. And then the 8th of March has 3 deaths, and so this date repeats 3 times. And this pattern continues down the table. Now in the last cell here, this isn't a real date. And that is because we added 1 at the very beginning of the table, and so we actually have 1 more than we need here. So I can just delete this last row. And now we have all of the dates repeating the correct number of times in this column. And I want for this here to be my Y values. And then for the X values, for the time being, I'm just going to put the number 1 in here and then double click to send this all of the way down the table. Then click somewhere outside of the table and go to Insert and insert a scatter chart. And then right click and select Data and add in a new series. And the X values will be all of these number 1s here. And then the Y values will be the column with the repeating dates. And OK again. And now at the moment you'll see that we can't really see the distribution because all of the dots are plotted on top of each other at number 1 on the x-axis. So we want to spread these values out along the x-axis, and I am going to do that using the rand formula. And this will give them all a random number between 0 and 1. Then I'll double click to send that formula down, and then we can more clearly see the distribution of the dots. Now we'll do some formatting to this chart. So double click on the y-axis to open up the formatting bar. And I want the dates to be the other way around, starting with earlier dates at the top and then going down to later dates at the bottom. And in order to do that, I will tick the values in reverse order box. Then I want the axis minimum to be the 1st of March 2020 and the maximum to be the 8th of April 2020, and then change the units to be 7, so like 7 days of the week. Then I'll change the number format and remove the year, as I think that's kind of implied and I think it takes up too much space. Then we will remove the line from this axis. Then select the x-axis and change the axis maximum to 1 to remove the gap at the side. Then we can delete the x-axis as these numbers aren't really showing anything. And then delete the grid lines. And then select the series and change the markers to have the border be no line. Change the fill to black, then go to marker options and built in and then decrease the size of the markers. Then we also want to remove the grey border around the outside, so I'll change that to no line. Then we'll format the text, so go to Home and change the font to Arial, and then change the font colour to black, and also give this a title. So this will be First 10,000 COVID deaths in the UK. And we'll make this bold and increase the font size. And then we can make the chart thinner. Now at the moment, each of these dates has a black line, and that is because if I change the formatting here to include the hours and the minutes, you'll see at the moment it thinks that each of these deaths occurred at exactly midnight, which is of course not the case. Now we don't know what the actual times were, but for the sake of this visualization, we can assign values. If I do the 3rd of March minus the 2nd of March, it gives me the number 1. And that is because in Excel, each day is equal to 1. So in order to give these dates a time, I can do the date plus the rand formula again, which will give it a random number between 0 and 1. And then double click to send this formula down. Now the 2nd of March becomes the 2nd of March at 6:56 p.m. and the 3rd of March becomes the 3rd of March at 7:57 p.m. and the 3rd of March here becomes the 3rd of March at 12:59 p.m. and the 5th of March becomes the 5th of March at 5:16 a.m. So you'll see that all of these days now have a random time, but the actual date has stayed the same. Now I can select the series here and click and drag this range, so it is now plotting these values, and now all of the black lines disappear and the data is a lot more scattered, but all of the dots are still on the correct day. And now we can see from this visualization that there are fewer deaths earlier on, and then the number of deaths increases over time. And each of these dots represents a person that has died. Okay, so in this video I have shown you how to make a dot density plot in Excel, and that is everything.